Hi everybody, welcome once again to our Low on Health Rambling, where I kind of go over what I've been doing last past day or so. Today is of course Sunday, April 25th, 2010. It's about 8 o'clock p.m. It's kind of a later one. Today was the day I actually went over to my mom, so I'll get to that in a second. I just want to kind of briefly go over what I've done in the day. Basically, finally got a normal schedule of waking up, wait for the sun to rise, and basically do some yard work. I actually was able to get a decent amount of yard work done today. I actually have two coral rocks, big coral rocks in the corner of my lot here in my house. And actually over the years, the two big bushes have grown over them. And actually today I was able to actually cut back those bushes, and actually you can actually see the rocks now. So I was kind of happy to get that done. After that, of course, I did my little bike ride around, which was kind of fun. I went a different bike ride route today, and I actually probably overextended myself, but that's no big deal. After that, kind of just managed the rest of the day, debating on watch and stuff. Actually did the Vandal Hearts on the PS3, started playing that, and then its pacing and just old school controls got to me, and I couldn't play it anymore. But then, ironically, after I did my normal phone call with my dad, just to kind of keep up with him and see how he's doing, basically I went to go, after I took my shower, closed the shower window. I had this, one of those little windows for the shower that goes outside, and it was kind of sticking recently. And as I was trying to kind of jar it back down, I guess I jarred it the wrong way and jostled it, and the glass on the shower window busted. In which case, glass went everywhere, got all up in the shower, kind of cut my hand and my leg a wee bit. In which case, just glass shards, big shards and little shards, all in the shower. And that shower isn't like a tub shower; it's one of the tile showers. So of course, little pieces of the glass got everywhere. In which case, after that, I then proceeded to spend the next 2 to 3 hours slowly kind of cleaning out that shower and getting all the glass out, kind of garbage bagging the screen and kind of insulating the window so it's not just an open window. And that just really put me in a bad mood. And of course, today I was going over to my mom's for dinner, in which case I decided, hey, once I got that done, I'm just going to try to get out of the house and get some fresh air. So I went over to my mom's. And she has a jacuzzi, in which case I've never used that jacuzzi, and I haven't been in jacuzzi forever. I used to be a big jacuzzi person back in the day when I used to party around and whatnot. But I was like, you know what, Mom, if you don't mind, I'm going to just probably come over early before dinner and just kind of hang out in your hot tub for a while. I'll bring my PSP, listen to some anime music, and just relax, because I've had not a stressful day, but that breaking has just kind of put me in a bad funk, and I don't have money to fix it. So I'm basically just going to have to deal with what I got for a while, which just kind of sucks, especially with the glass everywhere. But I think I got all the glass, and I won't really know until I take a shower tomorrow. So hopefully I won't be cutting myself up then. But it was nice to actually go over to my mom's, had some dinner over there, watch some movie trailers. There's a movie trailer channel program that I had set to record previously when I was over there, so we watched that. Saw some pretty cool movie trailers. Can't remember any off the top of my head, but there were some new ones that I saw that I hadn't seen before. But other than that, let me just go ahead and jump on to the rest of the day here. I have started watching the Armored Librarians, or depending on how you want to say it, the book of Banatora. I don't know how you want to say it, but basically I started watching this anime series, in which case so far it's kind of a meh anime series. I'm not really impressed with it. Maybe it's going to go somewhere, but I don't know. But I'm just kind of jiving through it now. Sorry to yawn, just kind of sleepy. Should probably take my nap. Oh, it's funny actually too at my mom's. We got this really crazy storm come through the area, and her house took like 2 power hits and was actually blacked out. And actually on my ride back home, I was hoping I had power at my house, in which case I do, because I'm doing this. But there are like 3 or 4 main traffic lights that were down too, and it's still kind of raining now. So it's kind of interesting. Just kind of throw it out there with the weather. Anyway, moving on. Penny Arcade. They did another one of their videos, in which case I mentioned before that I love their videos because it's kind of cool to see their thought process. And their recent video for 4th panel, they talk about, of course, their second Final Fantasy 13 comic, which they discuss about Final Fantasy 13, how people try to sell them the game as saying, hey, once you get 25, 30 hours into the game, it really opens up. In which case, that's not a good thing to say about a game that takes that long to get into it. And they basically mentioned how, like, Uncharted, you have a full game within 20 hours, 15, 12 hours, where it just rocks. But of course, for Final Fantasy 13, people are like trying to say, hey, it gets it worth it. In which case, they mentioned they're trying to, basically, people that say that are convincing themselves it's a good waste of time, a good waste of their time and whatnot. In which case, it just really isn't. And I just like people ranking on Final Fantasy 13. Moving on here to Game FAQs. Their poll today was, how linear do you like your games? In which case, I'm kind of almost completely linear and not very linear, in which case I'm just going to say completely non-linear. I really do enjoy open-ended games more than other games, in which case the majority of people here were kind of mainstream media, medium, somewhat linear. And of course, very linear is basically the least amount, which is actually what I'm going to say Final Fantasy 13 most FPSs are. And then you can kind of see the rest there. I just do like my games kind of open-ended. Gotta stop yawning to an extent. Anywho, let me just go ahead and move on to the next thing here, which is going to be the game right here, which is Wild Arms. Wild Arms was basically an RPG released back in 1997, kind of around the same time as Final Fantasy 13, once its classic double jewel case, one for the instruction manual and then one just for the disc itself. I remember playing this game back in the day, and one thing that kind of stood out to me right off the bat was its opening, which I'm going to play real quick here. I love this anime's opening. It's not anime's opening, it's basically the game's opening, which was an anime sequence. And the music is also awesome for Wild Arms too. And of course, Wild Arms have spinned off into like Wild Arms 1, 2, 3, F, and all the different series. And this was actually, I think, no, this came out before 7, but I didn't play it until after 7. But this actually has 3D battles, 3D character models, and stuff before Final Fantasy 13 or Final Fantasy 7 in its battle system. But I think it had a basic sprite-based overworld map and everything. And I really do like it. I mean, Wild Arms is kind of like a Western type of RPG, which, you know, is really cool, and I really enjoyed it. Its story was awesome. Its battle combat was awesome at the time. I remember its later installments, which I knew I played, I think, 3 and 2. I'm not pretty sure about F. I don't think I have in my collections now. But I just really like this series. It was a nice kind of alternative to other RPGs, and kind of a shame they very much rarely do not make them like they used to, like these anymore. And that's kind of sad, but that's just how the way the world is now. In which case, I would think maybe of going back and playing through this, but I know the slow battle animations, which kind of bothered me after I played it before. After I played 7, it was kind of definitely a slower battle system to an extent. So I definitely know I wouldn't be able to put up with it now. But I just want to kind of throw it out. I really did enjoy it back in the day, and it's funny how these games definitely kind of have a rose-colored glass over them to where you remember how great they were, and they really were. I mean, for the time, these really great games, and this was just another one of them. I really liked it. But other than that, that's kind of about it for now. I'm debating on what I'm going to do next, but hopefully I'll be getting a Nier soon, because I'm getting really antsy and I'm trying to find a game to play, and I really just can't get with it. But other than that, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Hopefully I'll have a better day. I'm just going to kind of round it out here with the end of this, because it was just a really good opening. Got your 3-team people. Not really all badasses, but each distinct personalities. And you get the golem, which freaking rocks. Great setting. Catch you later.